All right, welcome back, subscribers. Long time no video. I just wanted to show you guys one of my prized possessions. It's been in storage for 10 years now. Got it out. I'm just making sure that it's got a coat of WD-40 or whatever on it so that it can sit in storage for another 10 years. I'm here in the Pacific Northwest. I'm in Washington State, where I used to live. I've been in Hawaii 10 years now, and I've been wanting to bring this to Hawaii, but if I take it to Hawaii, it's going to turn into a big rusty pile of poop because I don't have an indoor storage facility for it, and it's a little too old. So without further ado, I want to show you one of my prized possessions. So you'll have to excuse the rain and yeah, all that. That's why it's been in storage, because it'll just rust. But this is my 1974 Moto Guzzi 850T. It is a pretty cool machine. So you guys know that I'm more of a dirt bike kind of guy, but I stopped driving cars, and I didn't want to get a GSXR or something like that, because I knew that I'd probably kill myself on one of those things. Yeah, because that's what us kind of adrenaline junkie types do when we get on them. So I had a friend that was really into these Moto Guzzis, and he actually used to restore them and take them to motorcycle shows, and he used to win motorcycle shows. And I thought they were one of the weirdest things I'd ever seen. I was into Japanese dirt bikes, so what the hell is a Moto Guzzi? But they used to use these things for like police bikes and stuff like that. So basically it's a horizontal V-twin that it's kind of just like it's a tractor engine that sort of got redesigned. and they put it in these big old tank of a motorcycle. It weighs about, I don't know, I think it was 585 pounds or something like that. But it's really cool because when you rev it up, the bike twists. It goes vroom, vroom, vroom. So you're sitting in a stoplight and it twists. And I got this thing because it's, it's fast enough to do 110 miles an hour or whatever. But at the same time, you can't get going too crazy on it because the brakes suck and the suspension sucks, but it does handle. So you can take it through the curves, and it does go through the curves really well. What ends up happening in the curves is you end up scraping the side stand and just throwing showers of sparks. But it's pretty cool. This is the starter. It's about the size of a Ford truck starter. And it's got this great big huge battery under the seat that basically it's a tractor battery. And it sounds really cool. It sounds like, if you guys remember the old movie Smokey and the Bandit, it sounds kind of like a Trans Am. It's really cool. Not a Harley like thump 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 sound, but it's got this weird kind of, I don't know, sort of V8 sound to it. So these are, just the little outlet holes on the exhaust, but the exhaust was drilled on the outside, so it makes a little bit throatier sound than just your standard stuff here. But you see this big old drum brake, and it's cold out here. There's a shaft drive, big old transmission, pretty wild looking thing. I got dual K&N filters on it. It's got dual carbs. Yeah, 850 cc's. Super finicky electronics. A lot of the time they'll have a dual disc front brake. You can see that the hub actually is set up for it. But this is more a T model, so it's, I think, touring, so it didn't need the double brakes. But all the fenders are chrome, and it's a little screwed up. I had a little get off on some a chip sealed road, so we went around the corner, and they'd left a bunch of gravel for the chip seal. Big old huge tank. I got these little tuck-in mirrors for it, so that's kind of cool. But I think the speedometer is probably rolled over. It's probably got 183,000 miles on it, but 83,000 miles on it. I think I put like 14,000 on it in about 2 years. It's pretty. Keys go in here, and it's like an old Nintendo. You gotta jiggle the key, jiggle the key, jiggle the key, hit the finicky Italian electronics, back and forth, jiggle the key, and then hit the start button. And then you only get about 3 cranks before the battery's dead. So I used to push start this thing all the time through parking lots. It doesn't, you know, when the thing weighs damn near 600 pounds, or probably does with the fuel in it, it'll bump start in 3rd gear or something pretty easy, so it wasn't a big deal. But this was my car for a long time, a couple years anyway. And I used to, one time I bought a tree for my mom for Mother's Day, and I push started it across the parking lot with a big tree sitting on the gas tank, and I rode down the highway with a tree on it. I'll tell you right now, that'll get a couple of looks. Let's see if I can remember how to pop the seat. Pop the seat, you can see this huge battery that it has. This is my custom terminal protector here, and it's got this monster battery, and I used to keep it hooked to a battery tender all the time, but crusty old fuses and stuff in there. But yeah, it's a hoot, I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you one thing, it may be crusty and weird looking and stuff, but I've parked this thing next to so many expensive Harleys, custom Harleys, chromed everything, and I kid you not, people walk right past those and they're like, what the heck is that? What is a Moto Guzzi? So I gotta tell them a little story about the Italian war machines and a tractor engine that they, I don't know, took out of airplanes. Anyway, it's just Italian, everything's kind of universal on it, and it's sort of weird, but it's really fun to ride. It gets a lot of looks, and I don't know, it's kind of weird. Chicks sort of dig it. Anyway, I just want to share that with you guys. Hope to get back to some dirt bike videos pretty soon. It's just been pretty busy. I've had a lot going on, and coronavirus and traveling, and actually my phone got bricked by the Apple update, so I've had a lot going on. I haven't been meant to leave you guys out in the dark. This will probably come out right after Thanksgiving, so hopefully you had a happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you guys in the next video.